Hey, what's going on, guys? DropshipTyler here, and today I'm going to be doing my first podcast. Just trying something new here. So that is why this is just sound and not a video. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are able to get some valuable information out of it. And as I do more of these, then yeah, I just want to get better at them, have some people on here who are doing big things online, and just really help people, in the community figure out the direction they want to go with stuff, whether it's dropshipping or FBA or Shopify or whatever. I'm trying to expand my horizons, so I want to help other people do that at the same time. Basically, what I've been doing now the past I want to say 7 months before I did the video about quitting Amazon dropshipping, all I've been doing is the Amazon side of e-commerce, the Amazon retail dropshipping side of e-commerce. And I really, really am disappointed at myself for not expanding on, different business models and going on different platforms. I should have put more effort, I guess, into maybe getting back on eBay under stealth accounts. But yeah, I was banned on eBay about 7 months ago, and then I decided I would just do Amazon. And also, I have been traveling and I've been playing poker. For those of you guys that don't watch a lot of my videos or didn't see them when I was putting them out over summer, they're all hidden now because they're just so irrelevant to the channel. I didn't want to mess anything up. But yeah, I've had some good poker scores over the last year. I won 123,000 in Cherokee. Won around 40,000 in Atlantic City. Had a 18K score over the summer, and then like a bunch of like 20K scores throughout the year. And really, yeah, poker's been one of my main sources of income this year as I've put e-commerce more on the back burner. But that's kind of just giving you guys a background of where I'm at right now. Past month, I haven't really been playing much poker at all. I have been focusing more on building my business back, getting into private labeling a product for Amazon. Now I'm studying Facebook ads and Shopify, but I'll get into that in a second. I did a video about a week ago saying that I turned off my Amazon store, and really, that is true. I cut it off for about 7 or 8 days. I don't know the exact date I cut it off, and that was so I could focus on getting my private label product going, and as well focus on some other things like Shopify, which I didn't mention that I was actually trying to do, but now I found somebody who's doing really well with it, and that's something I want to get into. I'm not going to talk about it too much from a standpoint of trying to tell you guys I know what I'm doing, because I don't at all. It's a big learning curve, and I'm really just taking everything step by step. But there are a few good resources if anyone wants to know in the comments below that I've kind of vetted out and I think are legit, because there's a lot of people out there that are selling Shopify stuff that it's just, yeah, they're just selling a dream. But anyway, so I actually turned my Amazon store back on. And the reason is because of the fact that it's taking longer to get this private label product going than I wanted to. So I mentioned that I found a product I wanted to do about 2 weeks ago, and it's in the baby category. And from there, I found a supplier on Alibaba. Yeah, the way I went about it was step by step. I looked on Jungle Scout based on the criteria that I was using, which was the criteria that Jungle Scout recommended. I was able to find a few different products that I thought had good potential, and ones that I could make a modification to make it better based on reviews. So one of the things that they teach over there at Jungle Scout is that when you're finding a product, you want to find one that doesn't have exactly 5-star rating, and it's going to be hard to compete with stuff that already is just very, very has been selling well, A, and B, has that high quality rating. You want to find something, at least this is how I perceive what they're trying to tell me. You want to find something that sells really well but is basically not a great product. It would be easy to modify. So this particular product, I was able to make some modifications. I also made a color modification. I couldn't find any manufacturers on Alibaba that were advertising the product in this particular color that I wanted, which is pink, and it's a baby product. So I figured, like, why is there no pink? Obviously, if someone has a girl, and I feel like people who have girls, they want all their stuff to be in pink. Why would this particular baby product not come in pink? So that was one thing that I decided to have done. And from the time that I found the manufacturer that I wanted to use, I contacted 3 of them. From the time that I found the manufacturer, it's now taken almost 2 weeks to have them make the modifications and give me the sample. And the sample is actually arriving in the mail tomorrow. So that's pretty exciting. I finally can actually have something in my hands. The difference is I still need to order the product from an Amazon competitor, so I can kind of compare the difference and then tell the manufacturer, hey, you need to do you need to do this better. You need to make this thicker, whatever. The color's not quite right. Whatever modifications I need to make. Hopefully everything's just perfect with it and I won't have to do anything. But that's rarely how these things usually go. That's literally never how they go, actually. But yeah, so once I get the product and once I have confirmation that everything is how I want it, or they can do it how I want it, I'm going to be ordering 1,000 units of this particular product. And I already got the quote based on how much it costs, or how much they think it's going to cost, based on the modifications they made with the sample. It's going to be a little over $8 a unit, so I'm going to be putting $8,000 into this, and that is without any shipping or anything like that. That's literally just them making it and sticking it outside their factory. Like, that's the pricing for this particular product. I think I can sell the product for anywhere from $35 to $40 based on the modifications being made and based on the fact I might be the only one with this particular color. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the margins on the product, but in order to get it from the factory to the Amazon warehouse, and since this is my first time, instead of having them ship it directly from the Amazon warehouse, directly from the Chinese factory to the Amazon warehouse, I kind of want to put my hands on it, see all the products, see how everything looks, and because it's a big investment and it's a lot of units, so it's probably an unnecessary step, but just for a learning experience, if it costs me an extra $500 or whatever to have it sent here and then me send it into Amazon, I think that's what I'm going to do just for the first one, just so I can build some trust with the factory, and like I said, make sure everything is how I need it to be. Make sure all the proper stickers and labels and barcodes and everything like that are on there. And then from there, once I see that everything was packaged correctly by the factory and all that, if the product goes well, my plan next time would be just to ship it directly into Amazon. But yeah, I'm just a big believer in if it's your first time doing something, just do the full step or process on it, or full-time working with the supplier. In my opinion, why would you not want to look at all your inventory before it gets sent into Amazon? That way there's no discrepancies or anything like that. If Amazon says, hey, these products aren't what you have them listed as, or they're different quality than, or they're you have a lot of customer complaints saying the quality isn't right or whatever, and you did these modifications to make the quality better than your competitors. There's just no discrepancies. You get to look at the product and then you can send it off to Amazon. But yeah, that's gonna be the process. I already decided that I am going to hire somebody to do the listing for me. I'm going to hire somebody to do the photography for me. And also I'm going to be hiring a freight forwarder to give me the best rates possible. Also probably going to be hiring an inspector that can look at all the products at the factory before they even get sent out to the US. So yeah, the reason I'm doing that is because it's not that expensive, A, and B, it's a lot of inventory. So before it actually gets shipped, I want to make sure that there's eyes on it, and that way there's no problem with me having to send it back to China. I am going to be paying an extra 5% fee on the products because I'm not going to do anything but in terms of payment except send with the PayPal, so I can have protection on the goods and services that they offer. In case anything happens, I'll be able to file a claim and be able to get my money back through PayPal, hopefully. So yeah, until you've worked with the company for a little bit, or the manufacturer, most of the people that I listen to while I'm learning FBA, most of them say that that's what should happen for your first few orders, and then once you have a relationship built with your supplier, then you can maybe just do a bank wire, and they'll give you that 5% discount that, or not really discount, but they won't charge you the 5% fee that they were before, because that's kind of what the PayPal fee was. So that's where everything is right now with the FBA private labeling. I think all in all, it's going to cost around 12 to 13,000 to get it in the doors at Amazon. The shipping is pretty expensive. I'm hoping maybe it'll be like 11 to 12, but the shipping is definitely going to be expensive. Like I said, I want to hire professionals for the photography. I want to hire professionals for the listing. I might hire a PPC expert just to get started on my first product. I want to do everything as perfect as I can, because I know that if you can get a product to be successful on Amazon, and the people that are successful with this particular product are selling 30 to 40 a day. So, imagine if I can make $10 to $12 on every single one I sell after the Amazon fees and all of that, then it's going to be worth it to have all these things set up right from the very beginning. And I know a lot of people don't have that luxury, but fortunately I do right now. So while I do, I want to make sure that I'm investing properly in the future. And I feel like right now those are really good investments, is to get a professional to help me with all of these things that I'm not 100% sure how to do. So yeah, again, that's where I'm at with my journey on the FBA side of things. And on the Shopify side of things, it's really interesting. I'm in the learning phase, obviously. I have not made a sale. I've built a website. I've tried running some Facebook ads, but it's extremely challenging compared to eBay and Amazon dropshipping. The big thing with eBay and Amazon dropshipping, actually, let me take it back 1 second. So I explained the FBA product. I think I may have touched on why I decided to turn my dropshipping store back on, and really it's because of the time frame that these things are going to take with the private labeling. I still am able to make money with Amazon dropshipping, especially if I can find a good gift card supplier, and with Cashback and all of that, I'm able to make decent money on Amazon still with the dropshipping stuff. The reason I didn't want to do it anymore was because I was worried about my store possibly getting suspended or something like that before I get my product into Amazon, my private label product. And B, I wanted to be able to focus fully on learning FBA and not have to worry about the Amazon dropshipping. But with the FBA, I've learned now that it's going to take another month probably before, even after I tell them, hey, go ahead, and I send my payment and I say, go ahead and start making my product. It's going to take another month at that point for them to actually start, or for them to actually be able to produce all 1,000 units that I need them to be able to make. So yeah, so I decided that with fourth quarter and Black Friday and all of these big things coming up, Cyber Monday, it would just be kind of a joke not to have my store on because it's free money. So yeah, that's why I decided to turn my store back on and continue to do the Amazon dropshipping. I also switched from web scraper app to OA Genius just to give something, a new try and or give something a try, something new, something fresh, and see if that kind of revitalizes my energy in drop shipping. Because anytime there's something new that I can kind of work with and play with, it piques my interest. So I'm using OA Genius. I'm using the sourcing tool. Trying to build out the Home Depot side of things. Been talking to Paul J. Lipsky a little bit about his Home Depot strategy, or how Home Depot is working nowadays, because it's been a while since I've used Home Depot as a supplier for my retail arbitrage drop shipping business. I used them at the beginning when I was doing eBay drop shipping, but they have changed their policies a decent amount in terms of now I heard it's more difficult to have that multiple shipping addresses. So when you went to checkout before, you could ship to like 4 different addresses at once. So you were able to get the free products, or maybe even more addresses than that. You were able to get, or not the free products. You were able to get the ones that were under $45. You were able to get them with free shipping. By sending to multiple addresses, you built a $45 cart or more. And when you have $45 or more in your cart, even if it was going to multiple addresses, you would get free shipping on all the items. So you were able to sell very, very cheap items. And I remember looking back, looking at the biggest stores and the biggest sellers on YouTube, and finding their stores that were using Home Depot, like John Leon and Paul and all those guys, and they were selling items that were $3 or $4. Making $1 or $2 profit on them, but they were selling so many of them and getting free shipping that they were making bank, and that's not really a thing anymore. So it's changed a little bit, and there also is a more steady flow of gift cards for Home Depot than back in the day. So people have been able to use Bitcoin and get like 10% off on a lot of these websites, and it's really driven the price down a lot. And it's fine because I'm going to be able to get the gift cards too, but it is annoying how this game really is like just low margin, and whoever's willing to take the lowest margin is likely going to be able to get the sale, or whoever can, figure out a way to get a margin on the back end, the greatest back end margin, they're going to get the sale because they're going to be able to price the lowest. So yeah, also another thing that I've noticed, I've been looking at a lot of different sellers on Amazon, and a lot of these items now, they're like $10 to $15. They're making multi-packs so that they can still have a $45 cart and ship to one address. So, if you got a $15 item and you sell 3 of them, then you're going to get $45 cart, and you just bundle it all into one listing on Amazon. So instead of a 1-pack, you're selling a 3-pack of it all at the same time. So yeah, there's a lot of different strategies that are working with Home Depot. So I'm excited to be learning that, and I even listed some products myself today, which I haven't done in forever because I have a whole VA team that usually does that for me. So that was exciting. Finding some products and listing them. It felt like I was actually doing something for my business instead of just sitting back and watching other people take care of it. It's a good feeling to be involved, for sure. So yeah, I'm learning the Home Depot source for dropshipping again. I'm doing the FBA, and as I was about to start talking about before I got back to the dropshipping, Shopify. So I'm sure everyone knows at this point, what Shopify dropshipping is, right? Like, you find a quote unquote winning product. That's what all the gurus like to say and title their videos. But you find a winning product and you make a website around this product. And right now the big trend is one item stores. And then you turn that one item store into a brand of some type. And this is just what I've learned through my research on YouTube and talking with other people. And look, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and stuff, and I'm reading all the comments every day. And this is really what I did when I first started doing, eBay dropshipping, I really just dove all in. As many groups as I could find, I was in. I was reading comments, I was commenting, I was asking questions. One thing that's interesting though about the Shopify community, a lot of people want to post screenshots of their sales and like brag. And I know that I did that some also in Facebook groups and all that with the eBay and Amazon, but I also always try to provide value by answering people's questions. And one thing that I can say is that I've posted multiple times in this one group and nobody has responded at all to my questions. And it's a big group, but yet there's people in there posting all day screenshots of their sales and thanking people for helping them and saying DM me if you want help and all this. So there is a huge guru market for Shopify. And I'm sure a lot of you that have already searched for Shopify stuff know that. And when you have that many people that are like just flexing and showing sales and trying to get you to, pay them for mentorship and stuff in one industry, it gets really discouraging. And eBay dropshipping, the community was not that bad with it. Like I sold a course, Paul sold a course, Tom has a course, Mark Augustine was selling the automation services and training and all of that. But in terms of like, really pushing products all the time, I feel like most of the people that were doing eBay dropshipping, they were providing way more value than they were selling you a course, which I really liked about the community. And I think that's why so many people were able to be successful with it so quickly. That and, the traffic is generated for you. So with Shopify, yeah, you make a one product store and then, you start with like a brand, but you only put one product in it to start. And but this is my strategy, I guess. I guess you can always have that one product store and then just shut it down when you don't want to sell anymore. But yeah, so start with one product and make Facebook ads, pay Instagram influencers, whatever you have to do. You make your site look really nice. You make everything very congruent. You have an ad that's saying one thing and your site says the same thing on there. But you have to drive the traffic there yourself somehow, whether it's, like I said, through Instagram influencers, whether it's through Facebook ads, or whatever your strategy would be. I don't know how else you would get traffic there unless you have a huge email list already. And then you can just drive traffic by sending emails to people about your products. That would work. But yeah, so really the thing is there's so many different skill sets that go into Shopify dropshipping compared to the eBay or Amazon dropshipping. And just to touch on a few of them, I guess, that I've kind of been studying and learning. The first one, the biggest one, is obviously marketing and the Facebook ads. Understanding copywriting, which is the art of using words to sell somebody something. So understanding how to write a good advertisement, understanding what are called angles, and a lot of the videos that I've been watching now actually have been, talking and stressing about angles the most, right? Like if you can find an angle on why somebody should buy something, or like the way you sell somebody something that plays into their emotions or whatever. If you can find the right angle of why they should buy the product, and you can find the market that you're trying to sell to, and really driving your ad towards that person, then you can sell your product, right? Like it doesn't matter how saturated a product is. If you're using a different angle than somebody else, then it's possible that catches somebody's attention that another person's ad, they would never catch their attention. So yeah, that's interesting. I haven't had any experience with success yet in any of this, by the way. So don't, I'm not trying to say at all I'm an expert. I'm not. I'm literally just documenting my journey, telling you guys what I'm learning. So maybe if any of you guys are interested, you guys can take the step too to learn. But yeah, so I have a product. I've run a few ads. Nothing yet. A lot of impressions. A lot of a lot of people clicking on the link, but then nobody buying. So yeah, so you have to be really good at Facebook ads to get them to click on the ad, and you have to be really good at like the copywriting and marketing to be able to get somebody to click on it who's actually willing to buy. And then 3, you have to have really good skills with designing a website that will actually convert the people that are clicking on your ad. So yeah, it's like those 3 things are actually all really hard too. The Facebook ad, it's not very intuitive on how to actually set these things up and how to, actually test different markets and whatnot. There's lots of videos on it, but nobody goes step by step from what I've found on how to actually set up the ad set, duplicate it, run multiple ads at once to this particular ad set. And yeah, it's all very interesting. I'm sure if you guys actually want to learn anything about it, then you'll find this information all really quickly. This is all very like just shallow information. None of this is in depth, like crazy, knowledge about Shopify. This is just what I've learned and like the basics, I guess. But one thing I am trying on my website that's different, I guess, than what I've learned is I'm trying to create a blog. And since my FBA product is a baby product, I'm trying to create a store that is a baby brand. And so I'm trying to, just write some quick articles or quick blogs on different baby stuff that I've read while researching this particular product. And then like my ads maybe drive a person to the blog post rather than driving somebody directly to the product. And obviously the blog post, I try to write them in a way that is going to entice somebody to eventually visit the product page and buy. So yeah, it's not just like random stuff. It's like stuff that I'm blogging about stuff that has to do with the product. But this is all, like I said, just experimental. I'm telling you guys what I'm trying. If any of you guys are, big on Shopify or just know Shopify strategy, even if you only made a few sales, like I think that with Shopify, the biggest thing is going to be making the first sale and then just repeating it over and over again. Kind of like eBay and Amazon. With eBay and Amazon, it was super quick for me. I made a sale the first or second day I listed a product, listed products, because I was able to list so many so quickly. Traffic was already, given to me by those platforms. Super easy way to do it. This is way different because, like I said, you have to have the skill sets to be able to drive traffic yourself. And that is going to be extremely difficult. But yeah, I wanted to just do a quick podcast, I guess we'll call it a podcast, or, quick audio recording of what I'm into right now, because I want to put out more content in the future. I want to get back to it. And I feel like this is a great way for me just to record my thoughts when I want to record them and just keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing too. The videos that I'm doing on my YouTube channel, which for those of you guys that know and have watched my channel for a while, a lot of it's tutorial based stuff where I'm showing you guys what to do and telling you guys how to improve, doing live Q&As where you guys can ask questions and I answer them. And that's what I want to do once I know more about these topics. But for now, this whole, podcast thing is literally just for me to be able to record my journey in a way that I can speak my thoughts and look back on this and say, wow, I sounded like an idiot. Or, okay, wow, yeah, I was right. I knew what I was talking about. So we'll see how it goes, but appreciate you guys listening. And if you are not a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to DropshipTyler. I'd appreciate that. Thanks, guys.